Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Outer Rim Smugglers. Today we are going to talk about Vassal.
Yeah.
I will assume for this that when you download the Vassal module, you can install it yourself without me saying next, click next, click next, click next. So I will also have the links in the description.
You have just eliminated half of our viewers.
Oops. This is the page where you get all the files you need for the module. This is the Xwing file. The other thing was the Vassal program that runs many different modules.
Yeah.
I created a folder on my computer in my Vassal folder with all the add-ons for convenience. So if you want to do that, then please do. When you have installed Vassal, this is what you'll get. This is just Vassal without any modules to play anything. If you go into File and Open Module, and you will find our module there. This is in our add-ons folder. Open it, and it will take quite some time to load, and I will cut the video so you don't have to watch percentage go up. It will open the module immediately, and we will just close it down because we're gonna install some add-ons to the module. So here we are again. If you right click Star Wars Miniatures game, right click there, and you do add extension, and you do that for all the files we downloaded, all the map packs we downloaded. It's not essential to put the map packs in, but it's a nice addition. And also, if other players have them and you don't, you will get a clear red screen instead. When you've done that, you just double click the module, and the map packs will start one after the other to extract themselves into the right location. Okay, here the module opens, and we can start a game offline, online with other players, and if you load the saved game, if you have one. But for us, we'll just use the offline to begin with. You click next, and you pick yourself as player 1. Click next and then finish. Oh, you have to select a board. You can see all the maps that we put into our program. We're gonna find some 3x3 board because that's the normal dogfight board. And then let's finish. So here we can see the layout. The console in the middle is sort of the main thing that we have to use. We click the map and open it, and I always choose fit to height. I think it's best I play on a 15-inch laptop, and I can fit everything comfortably. The dice, right click them, select how many, and you can press the eye icon to change the focus. You can also click the die and right click them and reroll them or change them. Now, the way you see it set up here is not necessarily the way that it will open the first time. This is how I want to have it. You might use different positions for your things to need. But with this I can check out both players' hands, where they keep their cards, and I feel this is the best setup. In the file you can load Continuum we'll get into that a bit later in the video. You can undo your last move and redo, and then there you're gonna open the server. This is not necessary for the offline mode, but once we get online, you can see rooms with players and games ongoing. The pieces will open up all the pieces, and the 1 through 8 button opens player's hands. This one creates spawns a damage stack in your hand. Very convenient. And then you can open and close the dice, and if you want to keep the count of how many turns, you can do that. It's never done though. I haven't seen it. In the map window, you can take a snapshot and you can zoom and stuff like that. If you are zoomed, you can open up this window and you can check out the ranges with the range rulers. It's handy if you want to check out if asteroids are in the way. The 3x3, 4x4 and so on creates a grid for when you place asteroids and such. You can right click all the pieces and choose everything you would want to do with them. I'm going to show you the shortcuts for everything, but if you get into trouble, you can always right click. You can do everything from there. Set the pilot, start the pilot name, you can move it, delete it and everything. So remember that.
Why did you call him Jake?
Oh, it was the first name that popped into my mind when I was making the video. Jake Farrell, isn't he a aiming pilot? I think so. Jake something. Here we have a dial, and you can see on the screen the shortcut buttons. Control R hides and reveals the dial. When you see a little ship icon on it, the white thing, it's hidden and no one can see it but you. And you can use comma and period to change the dial around like I'm doing now. And then you will drag it onto your table next to your ship. And when it's turn to move, you press Ctrl R again to reveal it to everyone.
I've been very intimidated to start playing on Vassal, and this is making it a whole lot easier for me to make a choice of trying it out.
Yeah, thanks. This is not a skiing slalom. It's just to see the maneuvers. As you can see on the top left corner, Shift plus 1 through 5 will move the ship straight, and then Control or Alt 1 to 3 will bank the ship. And then Control or Alt plus Shift will turn the ship. Either 1, 2, 3 or 4 depending on which maneuver you selected. And finally the K-turn, it's Control and Alt together combined with the numbers. Here I'm going to show you what we do when a maneuver can't be finished by the computer. Then we have to manually move the ship. You can grab the template for the move that you were going to take. As you saw, it overlapped the aiming, the Y-wing overlapped the aiming. And it's best to back up with the undo button, place the template down, and here I'm going to grab 2 templates to see where the ship will end, and I will then you can use the left and right buttons to turn your ship left to right, and Control arrow buttons will turn it to smaller degrees. So it's you usually ask your opponent if they're okay with the maneuver. Here I just have all the pips on the maneuvers, and this looks good for the maneuver. Of course, we have shortcuts for barrel rolls and decloaks. As seen on the screen, you use Control or Alt in conjunction with Shift to move your ships. I made 5 copies of each ship to show how it barrel rolls, and this will barrel roll the ship left or right, as forward as possible or as backwards as possible. If you want to move it less than the full length, you will have to do it manually. I will show that in a moment. But these are the shortcuts for barrel rolling and decloaking. I think it's easy to remember that Control being on the left side of the Windows button on my keyboard moves things to the left, and Alt being on the right side moves things to right. Here I'm showing you how to do it manually. I like to copy my ship. It's just Control C and then Control V to paste it. So now I have 2 copies of it. And when I'm satisfied with my move, I can delete the version where the ship was.
Oh, clever.
Here I'm going to talk about actions. You can toggle through the actions with Shift or Control. You can you can have up to 3 actions on your ship. Shift being one, toggle through on, Control toggle through another, and Shift and Control through the third. And then you have Shift, S, I, and C to put tokens on your ship like crits or stress or iron tokens. And here are the shortcuts to increase or decrease your stats. Alt is to increase and Control plus Alt is to decrease the stats. And usually in games, when ships tend to take damage, people will just decrease shields and hull on the ship rather than draw damage cards or have shield tokens in their hands. It's a very convenient way to play. This is Control Shift P for pilot and Shift N for the ID. Here we are going to check out the firing arcs. Control F will show you the firing arc, and on ships like Firespace you can press it twice to see the back arc, and then Control T will show you the target lock or the turret range. Here I'm quickly gonna show you how to build your squad. I am not very fast with the mouse, so I will have to show it as at a double speed. It's about just dragging the things on the table that you want to use. We are building a small squad there of 3 Imperial ships, and you can see the tabs up there help us do it. Here I'm showing again how you can increase or decrease the stats on your ships. As you notice, all the cards are blanked out. This module, it assumes that you have the ships and you will have to do everything yourself. Here I'm naming both my ships and my dials, and I'm now gonna pick out the upgrades for them.
What? C3PO?
Yes, of course. C3PO is perhaps a feeder, because as soon as you put him on the Falcon, it becomes fat. I'm going to try to line it up so it's easier to see when I start playing. It will take a few seconds.
You shouldn't have told everybody that you were speeding this up. Everybody would go, whoa, he's mad skills with his mouse.
This is the way I would like to set up my crew, my things. Here I have selected them all with the mouse. I begin log file. This is me saving the squad. I will name the log file, hit save. I will get a notification window for comments. Just click OK or put some comments in. Then I select my map and press Ctrl D to delete my squad. I then undo it, and now I've created a log of me deleting it and getting it back. I stop the log file, and now I have saved my squad. I again delete it. This time I'm gonna load continue. That is how I load my squad. I will pick the fat hand build, press open, press forward a couple of times, and no to the start new log file. And now you have saved and loaded your squad. So let's check out some games online. The blue question mark there indicates a player who wants to play. So we pick up a player. Okay, Gary wants to play. So in this window I create a room, and then I go to file, new game. I'm gonna be player 1, and I will select a map. This one looks good. And now all I have to do is wait for Gary to enter the game. He does. And I'm gonna set up things the way I want them. The game gets a bit confused if both players try to load their continuums at the same time. So as I ask him if I can do first I load asteroids and all the templates we need, and then my squadron. I drag my squadron into my hand, and then Gary can do the same with his. Click the 3x3 so we can put up our asteroids and debris fields. You are not the only one who has been practicing, Bjarni.
Very nice, very nice. Debris fields. For those of you that are wondering what we're doing,
yeah,
we are trying to practice saying debris field.
Here I have a little chat with Gary, and we decide to play from left to right. Of course, you can play from top to bottom too if you want. I have a 100 point build, and he has a 99 point build, so he will get the initiative.
The damage cards, do you not put them?
Yeah, I usually just spawn them when the first damage is taken to my ship.
I see.
Yeah. And as I said previously, I just track damage with the ships themselves. So Gary throws on a debris field, and since I'm not fully practiced by saying that, I just use the rocks. And as you see, we have our squads in between the lines. The first line will say how far you can deploy, and the second line will say where the asteroids can be. So when the ships are there, everyone knows that they are not placed.
Okay.
So asteroids are up, and we will set down our ships. When it's a common thing in all of Vassal, at least in the X-Wing community, that when you're done the things you're doing, whether it's moving your ship, shooting, paging an asteroid, you type set to let your opponent know that it's now his turn to do.
How long does a Vassal game usually take?
When you are well practiced with it, it takes about the same time as a normal game. There are some things that are faster, there are some things that are slower, but for the first couple of games it takes quite a bit longer, but it will get quick. So there you have it. This is our Vassal tutorial, and my name is Siggy.
Excellent, my name is Bjarni.
And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on Vassal. Phew.